Welcome back to Saga of Three Kings. This is session number 10, the Astronomers of Mortus. The last session, the group descended into a strange mausoleum or crypt and explored it. However, two members of the party went to go find the sixth member of the party. The sixth member of the party made it back before the other two party members made it and helped the adventurers after a long rest delve into the crypt further and deeper. They found some things, some strange vials of key fluid, which is kind of a magical liquid key, and they also fought a strange mind vampire and found some really strange shadow creatures in the depths in the dark. It is in the in between, unseen by you all, Raya went back to the mind vampire, dragged it back up to the surface. Upon making it to the surface, he saw that Leon and Gondar had returned to Mortis. The group was able to take a short rest, although I don't think many of them needed it. And then they returned back into the crypts, returning back to, I presume, the Blue Hall is probably where you want to start. Or do you want to start in the Golden Chamber where the darkness was, the weird dark creatures?
I think blue would have been a safer spot to set up if they were going to do their short rest.
Okay. So, if you bear with me for 1 second. And again, the lever would have activated the portcullis and caused it to remain opened. If you wish to close it, you obviously know what to do. And switching the board. Should be in the Blue Hall now.
Maybe. We're in the hallway that came out of the Blue Hall.
Yeah,
we're behind the portcullis.
Yeah, so this is the Blue Hall. The chamber below is the Blue Room. Sorry.
Cool.
This is the one with all the treasure at the feet of the statues.
Yep. The Empire was back here.
Correct. So, just tell me what you want to do, and we'll move on.
And we are all here, correct?
All 6 of you. If I'll ask Kevin, did you want to bring the elk down into the depths, or do you want to leave it to just kind of foray outside the city?
I guess leave it outside. Like, where are we? Like in a sewer or some shit?
You went into the sewer, into that secret door that had the weird trap in it that was activated by the townspeople and gave everybody the Red Death. You've moved into the crypt beyond, and there was a staircase down, and then inside of that place where the mimics were doing the fishing, there was that big metal disc on the ground. They found out how to open that, which led to another staircase that descended down into... If you go to your Discord notes, there should be a channel called Image Notes, and it's in order. First floor, second floor, third floor.
Okay. I'll go look at that, but yeah, it sounds like no environment for an elk, so...
Elk is outside chilling.
Yeah, pretty tight down here anyway.
He can fit. He can fit wherever Leon can go.
He could, but it might make it hard to run away if we had to.
For sure.
Shall we?
This looks crazy. Holy.
Kevin, while you research that, I'm going to go ahead and ask Steve a question. You did return back to the tower. I presume that the people that you assigned to go there were pretty much mandatory staff, so you're not really willing to bring anyone back, even with a replacement of Claft, or is there someone from the tower allotment that you wanted to drag with you?
Like a companion?
Yeah, you would have sent over. I think it was you. Well, no, sorry.
Yeah, because it was guy who didn't like who the Osirian. He was paranoid about the Red Death.
Slickback. He is the one that you had with you and are leaving at the tower. The people that you sent to the tower to take it, you only sent 2 of your companions because the other 2 of your 5 remained back at your manse in just outside of Mutus. And the 2 that you'd sent were the half-orc, whose name is escaping me, and the Goliath.
All right, so, and then I left. So Clapped and Leatherneck are at the man
Correct.
truck, and other guy are at the tower. And I just went to the tower, right? I didn't go back to
just to the tower.
All right, yeah, we'll swap. I'll swap out The Osirian, and I'll bring the Goliath since he doesn't probably give a hoot really.
Let me double check and make sure. I'm trying to remember who got nailed by the ballista, because they're probably still at home. Let me double check. Bear with me here.
Kane got hit by the ballista.
Right.
When he first scouted for.
Kane was the Goliath, right?
Kane is he was like the ranger hunter
Vendaran.
type. Yeah, the Vendar, the Northmen.
Got it. So then we have
Is it Leatherneck was the
no.
Minotaur?
Yeah, that's right. Namwalk.
Laughed?
Namwalk. Namwalk is the Minotaur, is what we
Yeah,
call him.
Namwalk's the Minotaur.
So that's the
Why
one.
do I give them such ridiculous names?
It's Namwalk and Varrock are the two at the tower, and then Clapt and Kane are still back at the manse, and then Slickback was with you. So you're swapping out Slickback for Namwalk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Leatherneck doesn't exist yet. He's just on my brain.
Fair enough. All right. Okay. So when you do regroup, there is a about 7 foot tall Minotaur man hanging out with Gondar.
Yeah, you never know when you might need some more muscle. And we saw Raya bring a vampire out into the sunlight and be like, oh, it's probably good that we brought him just in case. Vampires tend to have spawn and all that in light. You never know when we might run into.
Okay.
This young lord is very popular.
Indeed. Lots and lots of friends. That said, as you're passing through this blue hall, the statues on the right side, I kind of quickly notated it in the notes. It's 6 statues of dwarves in robes with strange kind of artifice sculptured into their hands, a lot of navigation tools and astronomy type things. The first one you pass has a massive ruby. Looks like it's about the size of a fist. Easily worth 300 gold pieces. The next one has a jeweled silver dagger. Easily worth 300 gold pieces. The next one has a single Ryo piece, which Gondar being kind of a mercantile fellow. You can go ahead and make a history check if you want to try and denote what that might be worth. There are 300 gold pieces in an urn in the next spot, and a blue ribbon of moire silk, which is a very fine, elegant, and apparently long-lasting type of silk.
I got an 8.
You're not familiar with how much that coin is worth, but you remember hearing about rainbow coins being worth a lot.
These are all embedded into statues?
Nope, they're just sitting on little small spots, as if they were given up as offerings to the statues.
We've chosen to leave them alone so far,
Raya
just
says
in
to you,
case.
because he's leading.
Any particular reason?
In case they're traps.
Makes sense.
We've screwed around with one a little bit, but we've taken it no further. If you really must steal it, we'll do it on the way out.
And we dealt with a very upset person that was hung on the wall back there. I think you might have saw him on his way out.
When you do see Benson for the first time, he's kind of a little bit shiny, because in one hand, just kind of over his head, he's holding this liquid of golden light.
Interesting. Well, on our way out, I might I prefer the term pilfering over stealing, but yeah, on our way, when we're done in here, on our way out, I may pilfer. Not really doing much good in a crypt. They would do well in my coffers, however.
For us to share, Grok said.
This dude.
So, are you wanting to move into the gold chamber, or what's the plan from this point?
Yeah, I think we need to get back to where we left off.
Sounds good.
And Benson wants to take point since he's got the anti-ink.
So,
I'm staying on top of Benton.
yeah, everybody's staying close to Benson for some reason, Gondar and Leon. If they explain it to you, that's great. If not, that's fine too. But the chamber, from what you can see, does have about 3 feet of water that's kind of coursing around this center kind of platform. And it does seem like it's flowing in from somewhere. But it does look like the bottom of the liquid kind of has like a greenish sepia kind of like ink color to it. It doesn't look like you can see the bottom. It looks like there's like an ink or oily layer beneath the water that's sunk down.
The water was coming in from that bottom right corner.
Correct. If you come down to the bottom past the bowl in the center of the room, you'll see that the inlet, the main inlet, appears to be at this point.
What was this one?
Where? Oh, that looks like it's a path filled with water, and when you kind of peeked through it, you saw what looked like a broken pillar. You're not sure if it's the same type of pillars you've seen in the two chambers with pillars that you've seen so far, because it was pretty well broken up.
Okay. Well,
All right,
I, for one, prefer to stay out of the water for now.
that makes sense. All right.
Should we carry on down the hallway over here?
There's also the side passages on the right. Either way is fine.
All right. I thought we did both of those. They just went into the small rooms.
Smaller rooms with the lever.
No, I mean to say on the far right side, there's like a small walkway that leads around the water as well.
Ah,
Oh.
Benson, you carry the light.
Little path or big path? Looks like little path.
Lightbringer is chosen.
I have chosen.
Hold on a second, guys. I think I just heard something on the outside of my world.
Like IRL?
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, it's 5 stops away. Sorry. Oh, was I? Yeah, I think I might. Okay, so anyways, we're expecting a package. Sorry. Okay, so we're going down the snaky way. All right. Benson, you're in the lead. So when you first come through, you'll see that there appears to be a chamber similar in kind to the chambers you saw before, but it does look like there's a kind of like a metal rung kind of on the ground connected to the ground. It looks like a pipe almost. And when you kind of look at it a little bit more closely, you'll note that there are 2 of them. It does look like you'll have to tread through water to get to anything inside the room. And I'm just placing you here because it's where you're kind of walking out. If you decide to go back around, you'll enter on the left side instead. But here is what the room looks like from the first vantage point.
Okay.
You're saying this and the other path led to the same place?
Yeah, so the water path leads there, kind of in the middle here. And the other path looks like it comes in from over there on the side. And like I said, what you're seeing from here is it looks like there is the broken column that I mentioned, which you should be able to see. And then it looks like there's a path on the ground that's bordered by about a 6-inch diameter pipe that seems to run from kind of like a way down and away from this chamber.
That's some big old pipe. I'm gonna hop across these pillar pieces to get onto the main portion.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely looks like the inkiness kind of stops at the rubble to the top. It doesn't look like the water below, kind of like the first 2 squares at the top there on the middle portion. It doesn't look like the water actually is tainted in the same way.
I still don't want my shoes wet.
Perfectly fair. Make a perception check too, since you're hopping over the water.
23.
So you're very quick to notice that the ink seems to be entering into the water from this chamber. At some point underneath that main bulk of pillar that you're right next to, it seems there's some sort of leak going out to it. And the cracks in the stone platform that you're right near, that gray kind of stone block, the pipe seems to be kind of broken a bit, and it seems to be still kind of spilling this black liquid into the stone. And the stone seems to be filled with the black liquid, but not as to its full brim. It seems to be eking it out into the the water to the north. But for some reason, it's not going south. It's just going north.
This pillar fell, cracked the pipe, and now the pipe is leaking? Is that what's going on?
It might be the case. It also looks like there might have been a reservoir underneath the stone here, and it looks like that's broken as well.
Interesting.
And looking at it now, you can see that it does appear that this pillar does in fact belong to the columns similar to the ones in the other chambers.
And from here, it doesn't appear that there's a key fluid in this one. Is that correct?
There's no light glowing from it at all, no.
Okay, then I'm going to wait for Benson to check that out. I'm just
Okay.
going to look around over here. What's up with the purple spots on the floor? Looks like tiles are missing.
Yeah, those purple spots that I was mentioning, those appear to be the tops of the reservoirs that I mentioned.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna walk through,
Is there a path where we are?
and then it's watery. You have to kind of trudge through it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Okay.
Boots wet. Well,
It's
you're gonna
it's
get
only about
yourself
2
wet.
or so feet deep here. So,
Okay, I wasn't sure if we walked off the path somehow.
yeah, it definitely doesn't look like the water's supposed to be in this part.
When I get on the land, I cast prestidigitation on myself and dry myself out. Yeah.
Can you do that to everybody else, too?
Yeah, anyone
could.
that would like to. Absolutely.
Wait, how did we get
I
wet?
would-
Didn't we just hop over? Like, the
Some
rock?
people are not as hoppy as others.
I would definitely do it to Shambles because I don't want his hay getting too wet.
Yeah, and wet feet
Good man.
and footprints.
Good call. Yeah, I'll cast on anyone who is willing to accept it.
Okay.
Sure.
And it doesn't sound like it's a fast drip into the reservoir, Raya. I just want to clear that. It definitely sounds like it's more of kind of like a slow run. And from what you can tell of the liquid, it doesn't look like it's very... it has more of like an oily kind of texture.
Viscous.
It's more viscous.
Like oil, or is it not water at all?
So the water's water, and it looks like there's this oily substance coming out of the reservoir and the pipe, and it seems to be contaminating the water to the north of you in the last room. It doesn't seem that the water to the south of that column break is tainted by the same liquid.
Does it give off a smell?
If you kind of move over to it and kind of,
It's coming out of these things, right? These wells?
well, specifically this one's broken. This one's fine.
Okay.
Kind
Yeah,
of
does it smell?
smelling near it, no, not really. It smells fine. The last chamber did have a distinct scent to it. It definitely smelled different, if you all recall. It was kind of a, if I remember my description, it was kind of a fishy, kind of dead fish smell.
I think you did say that, yeah.
Benson, you want to
Interesting.
go check the bowl?
You want to have Benson go check
Yep,
the
you
bowl?
guys are ready.
I'm coming with him.
Okay.
You guys choosing not to explain why we're following Benson, or did anyone tell us?
Outside the light is dangerous.
Not so far.
Shambles. Like, what do you mean shambles? What do you mean dangerous?
Some kind of creature lives in the oil. We can't see it without the
Some
light.
kind of creature.
I see.
No, we
Raya
couldn't-
saw it.
we-
I didn't.
No, I never saw it. I only felt it because it tried to take me and then it tried to take my stuff.
Benson and
That
Raya.
just
Old
makes
light
it
from-
worse.
Incorrect.
Creatures-
Whoa.
Hold on.
Creatures in the darkness, right?
Benson and Raya would have seen it. When the light engaged it, you would have seen it retreat.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was huge.
What did it
was-
look like?
It looked
Some
like
sort
Drippy.
an ink-covered
Very
body.
drippy.
Getting
Would I
covered
have-
body?
Ever
Humanoid
heard
body?
anything about this, John?
Sorry, hold on. I've got a couple things I want to engage with. There was a conversation happening. I wasn't trying to interject into it. So real quick, Grok, go ahead and make me a perception check real quick because I need that
Sure.
from you. And then Benson, you look into the bowl. There is a liquid set inside of it. It appears that the key liquid in this one is black, and it looks like it's the same exact color and consistency as the black liquid that's flowing into the stuff. Now that you think about it, the key liquid has a very similar texturing to oil. This one does not appear to emanate any kind of light whatsoever.
The 14?
14 is good enough. You feel like you've circumnavigated like kind of come around to the other side of something. You remember in the blue chamber there was a passageway that led to the west, but it was caved in. The roof had basically
Right.
fallen in. This appears to be
Yeah.
the opposite side of that same passageway.
Okay, I would say that.
And
And I'm sorry, which way was that? That came from the west, you said?
the east over here would go to the
Oh, east.
west of the blue chamber.
Right.
And the black substance obviously is the same thing, just black.
So it does have the jar of it, basically. So
Yep.
we will go ahead and take that, but it is not giving off any light.
Correct. It's not giving off any light whatsoever.
So
Does it seem
I
to be absorbing light.
It doesn't seem to be absorbing the gold light, but does anybody else have a light source besides the gold?
There's my hat.
and the blue.
It does seem to be absorbing the hat's light.
We have the gold and the blue light.
Right.
Correct.
So if this seems to be absorbing light, though, we found that well we couldn't see past or hear anything past. This might be what's filling that well, since it's right on the other side of the wall.
That's
It's unnatural darkness that's absorbing light and everything else.
Do we switch the vials?
Sure can
We
try.
don't know what that would do, and we also are pretty sure that it expends liquid when you do that.
It filled it back up last time.
One of
Yep.
them fills.
Yeah, one of
Yeah.
them fills up.
How many of these vials are you thinking there are?
This is the third.
And have any idea how many there might be total, or is it just kind of collecting as you go?
Doesn't look like there are any exits out of this room.
South.
Hard
The-
to say.
The pipe pathway seems to lead to another chamber.
Well, if we don't have any questions here, we can continue south. But as for knowing if there are any more, we do not know.
You took the black one and put it in your bag, or did you hand it off to somebody
I'll-
else?
I'll carry it.
Okay.
Shambles.
Grok
I believe
says,
I
I
gave-
think we're looking
Tucked
for
in my
red.
collar.
Who's
I
got
gave the blue one to someone else too
Yeah.
as a light source.
I forget who though.
Grok has blue.
Grok has blue.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So we haven't found red yet, yeah?
Raya, if you do a quick kind of cursory look of the chambers to the south, it looks like whatever was in here has basically kind of just molded away and kind of fallen into rot, and it looks like dirt from in between the cracks up above have kind of splintered out the ceiling in these chambers and kind of leaked into this place. There's a certain kind of dampness to the chamber, and if you'd like, you can go ahead and make an investigation check.
17.
You find a dead body in the midst of the mass. It appears
Good
to be
eye.
wearing a cloak. It appears to have a similar build to the dwarf, to a dwarf. But this one does not look like it is as well preserved as the mind vampire. It looks like this one is mostly just skeletal fragmentation that's been left behind, that's kind of broken apart. As you kind of pull the cloak aside, you kind of hear a as the thing kind of breaks apart from within. You see the arm kind of stays, the rest of the body kind of moves with the cloak.
What's the condition of the cloak?
Scummy, definitely kind of has like a certain dirtiness to it. It doesn't look like it's tattered or torn. Maybe a good wash might do it, but as you're kind of inspecting the garment, it does seem that it's kind of old and mildewy.
It doesn't seem magical, to make it short.
Honestly, you're not much of a mage, and
No, but if it's not holding up to time very well.
out of character
so
note on
it's-
that. That's some items. Some items might be magical, but still have the same properties as physical ones. So that's definitely something from 4th edition that we've kept for a while. But just so you know, not all things that look like they're gross and dirty, that doesn't mean they're not magical.
That cloak's
Um,
perfectly good. Just needs a good wash.
Yeah, I'll shake the corpse out of it and peek around this corner, but cautiously because I'm a little paranoid of the ceiling.
You hear the sound of metal clanging on the ground as you do so, and you notice that the finger kind of hits, and it sounds like it kind of bounces just a little bit with a ring set on the finger. It looks like it was the left hand's index finger, or left hand's ring finger.
I'd check it.
All right, it is a crusty, kind of covered in soot or muck. You kind of brush it clean a little bit to see it, and it's bright, shining gold.
The wedding ring.
Any insignias or anything on it?
There's dwarvish markings all around the rim or the ring of it.
Dwarvish, not elvish.
Dwarvish, correct.
I feel pretty safe about that then. Don't have to take this thing in any volcanoes.
Fair.
I'll gather up the belongings and just keep walking around back here.
Okay. You've got a golden band ring and a cloak that is a bit scummy. But there's water right there. Or
Go
prestidigitation
wash it.
prestidigitation might work on it as well.
No, I'm just going to carry him out in the open. I'm not putting anything away. I'm just holding on to it.
Understood.
When I took the vial of black liquid, it didn't interfere with the light source in my head, would it?
The black object does interfere with the light source from your hat.
Would I be able to stow it? Is my question.
Yeah, if you put it away.
Like if I kept it like in my collar, like stowed away.
If you put it away,
it wouldn't.
So it's no longer like
Sure.
out in the open, the light seems to function fine.
Okay.
Okay. If you continue, is that the plan?
Yes.
There's nothing in this next chamber, right?
Basically, the sum of both was the body. Yeah, that's the only thing that was in there. If you head south, you'll find that there is a massive steel door that seems to be blocking your way into the next portion. It does look like it is unlocked, so to speak. Raya, upon inspecting it, you realize it's not so much that it's unlocked. It seems that the opening mechanism is on this side. It doesn't appear that the other side would have an opening mechanism, based on what you can see from this side of it.
Similar in the bottom corner here.
Yeah, that down south there. It looks like the pipes run into the wall and just kind of go in. Yeah, the door is right there. The door has a single dwarf emblazoned, like kind of on it. The double door kind of set with him in between, kind of split down the middle. And he's raising his right hand up like this. And in his left hand, he's holding what appears to be one of the vials that you all are carrying.
So have a color?
What's the width
No.
of the door?
There's no color to it. The door is 10 feet wide. Based on what you can see from it, it looks like it might be a good 2 feet thick.
Okay. Group. I'm
We're
not
not-
going through this. Yeah, we're not going through this door until we've barred it. So I think we should get our ropes out, go over to that broken pillar, and teamwork, hoist that bad boy up and drag it over and put it in this door so it can't slam shut behind us.
Does the door have any spots for the other vials in it?
Nothing. The only thing that it has is kind of an opening mechanism, kind of towards the center. And based on what Raya is able to discern from his days as a petty, burglar,
I'm not a burglar.
Fine,
I'm just
fair
a
enough.
murderer.
his time
Murderer.
sneaking into people's houses and murdering them, it does appear, from what he can see.
Wait, hold up.
Wait, what? No, it does appear that it opens from this side, but the opposite side will not have an opening mechanism.
Got it.
So I think we should, teamwork. Go get one of those big stone slabs, drag it over here so the door can't shut while Benson investigates that statue.
Do me a favor,
Do
too,
you think
Raya.
we'd be able to move those?
Since you're inspecting it on this side, go ahead and make me an intelligence thieves tools check. So if you click on thieves tools, it'll ask you what skill to use. Use intelligence.
23.
You actually take a couple of seconds and you realize if you're on the other side of it, you're pretty sure you could open it even if it was a bare flat surface. You understand the mechanism and you pull out a specific tool, which is like a thin pin, like kind of flat pin that you will be able to shove in and basically jury rig the mechanism. If you encounter a door like this from the opposite side, any door like this, you'd be able to open it with that check.
Okay. Well, then let's stop screwing around with this rock. Benson, just check the statue.
He's like sitting there.
Screw that, there's no time. I gotta do it.
Everybody's shifting the rock. He's like, actually, fuck that.
Never mind, I got it, guys.
I'm
Okay.
gonna check the statue.
Statue. No, it's a bas relief. It's like a carving on the door. Sorry, that's doing that.
Like a relief or something?
Yeah, like a relief on it.
Okay. And then, Grok, I'm going to give you the cloak and the gold band.
KK.
I'll just tell you, it's from some dead dwarf. Somebody's husband. Seems like your thing.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah.
Do you speak Dwarvish?
No.
Okay.
Is anybody here?
I'm sure Benson does. No? Is Benson a dwarf or no?
He's a gnome.
No, he's
He's
a
a gnome.
halfling.
Oh,
He's a
never
halfling. He's a
mind.
halfling.
He's a halfling.
He is a halfling.
Been a halfling the whole time.
He's a small
They're
man.
they're very different things.
Sorry, that was racist.
That was
Saying
racist.
everybody looks the same. Jeez, come on.
Just because we're short.
Racist.
Fuck all y'all.
No, right? So anyway, he stows it in his pack for later.
Well, I can read Dwarven.
Oh, okay, great.
It might take a minute, but I can read it.
Oh, do you want to take the time to cast comprehend languages on it?
And this is
Sure.
on the door.
No, it's on the ring,
the
right?
ring that you received.
The inconsequential wedding band we found in the
Or
room
you can
over
cast
here.
identify if you have that. Either way works.
I do have identify. I'll identify it.
All right. So the ring is a minor magic item that gives the wearer, without having to attune to it, the ability to read and speak the Dwarvish language, specifically the Davic script.
Well,
That's awesome.
anybody
is
want to
really-
do that?
Yeah, I was
don't
gonna say since
I
I
do.
have mine, I can give it to somebody else.
I give it to Benson.
Damn, I would have warned
Oh, I
him
mean,
about
you
that.
don't
If
need
I
it.
put
okay.
if I put it on, can I read the inscription?
Yeah, it says, to the wearer of this be, you can speak as dwarves do. And then
It says, hey, dummy, now you can read this.
you also get,
Damn
from the identify, you get a latent sense, too, that if you are a dwarf and you're wearing it, it's stronger, but you can't seem to determine with the identify spell how that is the case.
Does that spell only allow you to identify one item at a time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just wash the cloak.
He presses the cloak. It seems nice, but old. Are we opening the door?
After he
I am-
investigates the relief, because you said there's one of those tubes in it. so
It's not.
that's
No,
a
it's
little
not.
scary.
Sorry, it's not a real tube. It's like the carving
what-
of the tube.
Showing. Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
gonna hold my gold one and make the same pose as the dwarf does at the.
Nothing happens.
Oh come on!
There's a door handle.
I don't want to use that. I want to be cool.
He's a
It's a
magician.
good idea.
It's called prestige.
Melon.
You know what?
Right.
For future reference, I will make this have that as a door if I ever run this again. But yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the door.
All right. You move on into the next chamber, similar in kind to the other chambers with some minor differences. The room has kind of like a green motif to it. As you're looking at the bowl dais, it seems to have green patterning to it. There appears to be a door on the eastern wall. Lots of rubble. It looks like a skeleton laying next to a pillar. And as you come around to the western wall, you see that there are 5 statues of dwarves. 4 of them smaller than the one in the middle. The 4 that are smaller are all pretty much identical with their hands like this. Hold on, I'm going to let go of the talk button. And it looks like a recess, a circular tubular recess inside of the hand on the top.
Yes.
That was
the-
a little on the nose.
The one in the center has his hands out to the sides like he's kind of offering them out. And there's a treasure chest in front of him. Set inside of where a keyhole would be for the treasure chest is a tubular recess. Almost like it would perfectly receive a certain kind of tube that you have. If you check the green bowl, is that being done?
Yes.
You'd find that there's a lightly glowing green colored liquid.
Oh my God, it's ooze.
And we throw it on
Grok,
somebody
drink
and
it. Grok, drink it.
he turns into a teenage boy. The statues,
Completely normal teenager.
more importantly, the statues behind them
So
in the walls
angsty.
have carvings. On the left side, there appears to be a symbol, and then a symbol, and a symbol on the smaller ones. And the one in the center seems to have several symbols kind of conjoined as to one symbol. I'm going to show you the image for it.
Ooh, that's cool.
That's really cool. Yeah, I like that.
Wow. Very cool.
So, John, just to be clear, John, we have yellow, blue, green, and black. Yes,
You have gold,
gold.
black,
Wow.
blue, and
Can't believe you made that faux
green.
pas.
Yeah.
Oh, so I think we're missing red, right?
Wait, hold on.
So we're aware there's a red one?
We need the red mana. All right.
I'm surmising that from what we found before with the whole thing with the humors and all.
We already spilled one of those. That one's gone.
A couple of
I
other,
drank one. It's true.
a couple of other quick notes, and these are kind of specific. There are a couple of dead bodies in here. Bones, though. Nothing remains left of them. Looks
I
like there
would look
might
at those.
be about 5 of them. Go ahead and make a medicine check. The DC is going to be a bit high on this one because they have been dead for a long time.
5 statues, 5 dead bodies.
They're all dwarves.
14.
Based on the state of them, it doesn't look like they just. It looks like the one against the pillar and these ones over here just died. You don't know why.
Okay, and I am looking at hands specifically also
Sure.
to see if any of them are wearing a ring.
They are not. But it does look like there were 2 other dwarves, and it looks like they kind of got the Mortal Kombat treatment. Like somebody uppercutted them and they burst into pieces. There aren't more ribs and like heads or anything. Like they didn't like spawn extra extremities, like in a Mortal Kombat game. But they do appear to have exploded or been ripped apart.
Awesome.
You do note that there's staining on the grid that's kind of in the center of the floor there, and it looks like it might be rusty, or it might be blood. Very
been
old
very-
staining. The other thing
I
you note,
walked around that just to note.
the other thing you note is it appears that beneath the cage there's complete darkness, similar in kind to the darkness at the well.
The pipes were flowing this way too, right?
The pipes were flowing this way.
Trying to figure the symbol out. Okay, so
All
the
the
middle symbol is the
statues-
master symbol.
All
that
the
contains
statues
all
are
the-
holding their arms out as if to receive.
They've got both of their hands kind of in fists, and the top fist has a hole in it, like
We
open.
only
Yeah.
have 4 tubes, right?
This
If
room's a pentagon. That guy on the right's a pentagon. He's the green one.
You're a smart boy.
If you also remember that we had to use blood to get the stairs to open, maybe that's what they meant by the ring.
Yeah. So it looks like it's the receiving is the 2 on each side, and the giving, if you do that right, it'll give you the chest.
Well,
And that's the
already-
center.
He just gave you the first 4 keys.
And real
Right.
quick note, Jeremy, there is another door, just like the door you just entered in, that's closed on the right side.
I'll go check that out.
Okay. If you want to pop it open, certainly allow it. As you've already done so.
Yeah.
Do you want to move into the next chamber?
I would like to peer inside first. Can I
You
see
look
anything?
inside. It looks like just right past the door, maybe 30 feet or so, is a bowl setting in the center of the room. Looks like there's kind of a light kind of emitting from it.
Hey, Benson. Let's go get the last one. Yep, take us over there.
Hold on a second.
Gondar thinks to himself.
All right. Gondar, go ahead and make me a perception check again.
What you think? This one's the square.
22.
Oh, oops. Okay, so Gondar, you came in the first chamber and you saw the blue chamber had 2 hallways. Grok said, I think this one leads back to the center chamber, or the blue chamber. As you're inspecting this one, it looks like this one is the same, but it leads to the southern portion, the southern entry to the chamber. You also note that there's a massive hole in the southwestern side, and it looks like it descends down into the earth. The nature of the working here, the stone, looks very similar to the hole, the cavity that you saw in the blue chamber. There are bowls on the outside, look like altars kind of on the outsides there. If you go inspect them, it looks like inside of the bowls are the broken remnants of what appear to be eggs. Not tiny eggs the size of these bowls, which are a good 4 feet long, or 4 feet like diameter bowls here.
Someone's been soft boiling them and eating them in these things.
That's exactly what it is.
Yep. Delicious.
Poachers.
There is another door on the opposite side, but Gondar, this one is basically blocking outside, so it opens from this side. So this room appears to be a room where they thought they were safe, because they're protecting outwards against the green chamber and against the chamber to the east.
Now, these holes that we've encountered, do they appear to be worked holes or like naturally
Burrowed.
dug?
Wait, so is there like a red filament thing in
Do you go and check
this
it?
bowl? I look inside.
There is a red substance sitting inside of a container.
Ooh, can I have the red one?
Yeah, if you
For a
want.
few minutes, anyway.
Did we all get one?
So now we have 5 vials of 5 different colors, but there are only 4 places in which to put them.
There were 5.
No, the chest also had
Is the 5th.
as
The
a
chest is the 5th? Okay.
Yeah, it has it on the top.
the red is
Ooh.
okay. So I'll put the red one in the square guy's hand since
Hold
it's
up.
a square design.
Don't go putting stuff places yet.
There
Hey,
might
just
be an
wait.
order to
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, just brainstorm, like trying to remember
Yeah.
my shape for my color. Just
The central portion was a combination of all the shapes, so you might
Yes.
have to get some of this fluid into one tube.
So there's a passageway that leads down into the foul deep, it appears, and there looks like there is a door that again opens out, similar in kind to the doors you've experienced so far.
Where was
this
the
looks like
door?
it goes that deep, like all the way into like the Underdark area.
Similar to that hole in the first room. Oh, you weren't here last time. If you go to your image notes and you go up to the blue,
The short
room-
answer is yes. It's just a big ass hole that goes deep into the earth.
correct.
Earth.
Okay. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah.
And that, see how there's like a small little passageway that leads south? If you could dig through stone, you're pretty sure that it would lead to the northern hallway on this room. Does that make sense?
Something dug from there to here, or from here to there.
Correct.
I'm gonna check out this door.
All right. It's easy
Where?
to open from this side, so if you wish to continue in, you'll see that it appears to lead into an open hall, and the very first thing that kind of assaults you is a smell of kind of that same briny kind of dead fish smell, and you can hear what it sounds like water kind of moving.
Benson.
I come up and hold up the gold light in the room.
And we're going in?
Peering in.
I'm
But
going to
with gold
stand in
light as
front of
defense.
Benson.
Yeah, the gold
Yeah,
light.
we're with Benson.
The gold light doesn't give you much more sight than you would have had as with your elf sight. So that said, if you're going in, you're going. If you're not, you're not.
Make the call, light holder.
Let's
Do it.
We'll go with
take a
you.
look.
What were the?
Yeah.
Let's go
what
take a
were-
look.
Wait, Jeremy? What were we called in Chody's game again? Light
Light bringers.
bringers. Is
Light bringers.
did he just become that in this game?
He did. He's bringing the light.
Fair enough.
Gonna bring the pain too.
So
All right, man.
the first
Doesn't
thing you
look like
see,
a prison at all.
the first thing that you see on your left side, it does look like a prison cell, but it doesn't look like the bars or anything have any mechanism for entry. It looks like whatever was inside of it was sealed in on purpose. When you look inside, you see that there appears to be a desk, a chair at it, a bowl off to the side, which looks like it might be a chamber pot. Sitting on the desk is a single bowl with a spoon in it, and it looks like there is a bookshelf on the left and right walls to the side. It does not look like there's anywhere for anyone to sleep, nor does it look like there are any current denizens within this chamber.
I'm gonna check all the other cells first.
All right, there are a total of 5 of them.
Benson, can you get your light as close to these bars as possible?
Yep.
They all look about the same.
Put my light between them.
Okay. Yeah, again, not much is happening here. It definitely does look like there is nothing inside, and pretty much every room has the same kind of assorted accessories, amenities, if you will, but it does look like they are in kind of different arrangements. Raya, as you kind of come close to the water, you notice that it has the same consistency as the ones before. It has
Yep.
an inky kind of darkness to it. But
That's
what-
why I backed up.
what you very quickly realize too is it looks like it might be about 2 or 3 feet down, and you're pretty sure the further away from shore you get, the deeper it gets.
Okay, and then it looks like there's something out in the water.
Where at? Yeah, it looks like a wall.
Okay. So what I'm seeing on these cells, they all look about the same, but they all have a portcullis of sorts, bars that lead to the next one.
Yep.
But you
looks
say they're
like
all permanent?
They're all permanent fixtures. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any method for anyone to kind of break them open. However, Benson is small enough; he might be able to squeeze into the bars if he takes the effort to try and do so.
What's the age of these bars?
As
They
old
look
as the structure. Yeah, they definitely look like they're the same. They do
They
appear to
look
have.
rusted out, though?
They don't look rusted out. They look like they have rust on their exterior. But as you kind of test them, you realize that they are solid core. They appear to be very sturdy bars.
Even with our Minotaur.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where'd that guy go?
He kind of fell behind, but he's there.
I didn't say anything
Lost
because
in the
I didn't
maze.
think he was going to be
Are
until he
these, like-
became relevant.
Are these all like holding cells?
It's a
Benson,
very
there's another
oppressive
bowl.
work environment.
There's
Oh,
another
really?
bowl over here. Looks triangular.
Raya looks out and sees that there is another bowl. It looks like the ground underneath it has kind of a white patterning to it. No light glows from this one. It does look like it is a bit of a jump, though. But you do kind of see the outline of the lines that connect the pillars underneath as well.
Can I try to bend the bars?
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength athletics check.
Anybody want to help me?
Well, hold on, because there might be something in there we just can't see.
Just at one of the areas where there's a desk back there. Benson, do you want to help me? I'm sorry, not Benson. Shit.
I can help you tell you how to do it. The best way.
No. That's not.
What'd you get on that strength athletics check?
I backspaced and I don't have my screen up at the moment.
Fair. That usually
So
happens.
just pause on that.
All right. Raya, are you going to jump over to the other side and go check out the bowl?
If Benson comes and stands next to me, yes, I am.
Okay.
I will do that.
I'll hop across.
Rock, stay close. There's more of that ink stuff.
Yeah, it's not a hard jump. You make it over. It appears that the water hasn't come up onto the steps here, and you see that inside there is a white substance inside of a jar.
I'll pull it and jump back across.
Okay.
Now we have a conundrum
Why?
because we have 6 tubes and 5 slots.
Well, maybe one of them's meant to be emptied and
What
21.
one of them maybe one of them's fake because it came from a room that doesn't have a matching door shape.
Grok, you try and you try and you try and you give it your all. You do not feel any bit of give on these bars.
All right, that's cool. Rock strong. Bars are stronger.
thinking. The statues had
Blue's a hexagon.
they had a blue scarf, a rainbow coin, a silver something, an urn of gold. These are starting to match the colors, aren't they?
Yeah, ruby, silver, blue, gold, and rainbow. And whatever else is missing. But yes, they do. Those statues do also match.
Did we see any kind of symbolism on the statues themselves when we investigated them?
Just the shapes, and then inside of each one is like a star.
Like he means the ones in the first hallway.
Which-
Yeah,
There
the
were
ones with
six.
the ones with the treasure.
And there were 6.
At the offerings.
Yeah, so ruby,
I'm
silver
gonna have to
dagger.
double back and read those.
No, it's just jump over to the other page in your Discord.
Oh, right.
Ruby, dagger.
Oh, puzzles.
Ruby,
Ruby.
silver dagger, pot of gold, rainbow coin, blue ribbon, emerald. It was ruby, emerald, gold.
And nothing is in the last one.
Silver,
wasn't an
rain-
emerald.
Oh. There wasn't?
No.
Okay. Do one of them have empty hands?
Yeah, the sixth one is nothing.
So green is missing from that first hallway.
From the beginning to the top. Ready? Massive ruby, jeweled silver dagger, with emeralds and garnets and all sorts of different colors on it. A single piece of Ryo, which is a rainbow metal. 300 gold pieces in an urn. A ribbon of blue silk, and the sixth one had nothing.
Nothing could be the white one that isn't making any light.
No, white could be the silver dagger too.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
I think those statues have less to do with it than the shapes of the rooms. So white is now triangle. Blue is octagon.
No, gold is octagon, blue is hexagon.
Yeah, sorry, blue's hex, gold is
Green was pentagon. And then we just
Right.
left the. This
So-
is the triangle room. Sorry.
Real quick note, you do have the images of the rooms that you've been in before today on there if you want to look at them for backtracking purposes. But if you want to go to one of the rooms that you haven't been to look at it, let me know.
I wouldn't mind going back to the room I got the black violin.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Is there anything that you guys genuinely want to see inside of these cells?
I'll squeeze in with Benson. I'm not sending him in there alone.
Yeah, I'll allow
Okay,
it.
you pop in and check one real quick then.
Okay. So when you get inside, you'll note that the desks have a bowl with a spoon in it, and it does look like they are filled with what appears to be fresh-looking gruel. It does also look like there are a bunch of books on the shelves on the back wall as well. Looks like this person was surrounded by books, but there's no sign of the person present.
Can I go look at some of the books?
Benson, detect magic.
Dwarvish. Do you have the ring on?
I do. I'll pass it to him. It doesn't need things.
Yeah. If you throw the ring over to Benson, you start reading them. They appear to be a bunch of notes on locking mechanisms, specifically the generation and creation of key fluids. And it looks like there are transcribed notes, and it looks like they're all written in the same hand. It looks like all of the books that you start going through, it doesn't look like it's a compendium of a bunch of different authors. It looks like the log of a single author. And it looks like it is insanely over complex, and it would take you hours, if not days, if not weeks, maybe even years to try and decipher what the contents of these books mean.
But that's just this one particular library?
If you continue to the next one, you'll get very much the same. You continue to the middle one. It is different. It appears to have a number of different astrological charts in the books that they have, specifically denoting an event that seems to have happened, from what you can tell, or
Sweet.
hadn't happened by the time that the people who were writing this were writing it, of a celestial alignment. And you start recalling about 100 years ago, according to your history books, an alignment between the moon of Umbra, the moon of Stasia, the plane of Urs, and the Dargian Rift far out in the Astral Sea, that caused the Dargian Rift to open up in a place to the south in the continent of Parnak. It looks like a lot of the astronomy that's kind of listed here is very detailed and almost prophetic, like someone was kind of trying to source out what was going to happen, and it doesn't seem like there's anything to it. And it seems like in all of the penning and all of the writing, it seems like there's like subnotes, from what you can tell in the first couple of books you kind of look at, referring to something being hidden away from the corruptor.
Who's the corruptor, Benson?
Based on what you know of your history, it's
Doran Balgard.
the Demon Prince Durin Balcard, correct? Chambers 1 and 2 seem to be similar to Chambers Chambers 5 and 6, or 4 and 5 rather. They seem to be a lot of transcribed notes as to the generation, creation, etc. of this. Leon and Grok, as you're kind of staying away from the group and Benson's lights moved away, you hear kind of a splashing sound coming from the water. Sounds like something might be coming up from it. Do you move away from the
Oh,
water?
no.
Benson?
Hell yeah, run away.
Alright.
We're gonna catch.
Wait,
Was it down to the south?
No, he's to the left.
yeah, it's this way.
Wait.
I'm almost tempted to make that
Scooby-Doo,
cannon
boys. Come on.
kill me a grok, but no. Yeah, it doesn't appear that there's anything of note other than a lot of stuff you'd have to read. Yeah. Do you wish to take any books for kind of further research and take them with you, or do you wish to just head on out of here?
I'm gonna take a couple.
Okay. The second you try to pass through the bars with them, you feel like you're locked in place by the book. The book seems to be bound to this chamber.
I told you to take magic.
Instead of me walking through it with it, I try to like toss the book out.
It hits the air in between the bars. It stops. And then you see it fly back to its place on the shelf.
It's a good
That's
trick.
neat.
Thought you didn't know Mage Hand.
What you do realize, though, is you're able to pass the books between the bars on the left and right with no problem. But it doesn't seem like you're able to pass through the bars to the south.
So nothing important. Neat. I take one of the books out here, go to this chamber,
Mhm.
and then try to throw it out here.
Block
What does?
flies through the bars out back to where it began.
They're allowed to share information with one another, but not with anybody else.
Okay, that makes sense.
Nothing inside the desks.
Nope, just blank paper, really, and extra bottles of ink.
Writing materials.
You would note that
Does
the
he eat the
ink
coal?
does appear
Shambles,
to be,
eat the porridge.
the ink appears to be kind of fancy. It does look like
I am hungry.
there's one vial of ink that seems to be different than the other, like 4 or 5 vials that are present. Every desk has the
Vincent.
same contents.
They did say it looked very fresh gruel.
No, the
No,
gruel
Benson.
looks fresh. Yeah.
Pay attention to the ink.
Wait, did you eat the porridge?
Yeah, I'll take a bite.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
You eat the
Nobody
porridge.
feeds me.
You eat the porridge. It says you can't taste anything. You've got porridge in your hay now. But you watch as the bowl fills right back up to where it started. The spoonful that you pulled out refills.
Can I take the porridge out of the cell?
You move it toward the bars, and you try to move it out the thing, and it moves right out of the bars.
Son of a bitch.
No.
No, he said
that's
it moves out. You
It
got
moves
it.
out.
Oh, I
It's a
just
bowl of
self-rolled
never-ending
hunger.
food.
It's ended world hunger. Oh my god.
Do you scoop up
I
all
need
5
somewhere to
of
keep
them
this.
and bring them along with you?
I'm gonna try. I mean,
Yeah, no, we're never
This
out
could-
of food again.
this
Sorry.
could mean a lot.
Very good.
Benson,
Do you
go get
Ryan, what's
wait in the process? Do you remove the spoon though, for a longer duration?
no? Okay,
Or do you kind of okay?
no. I'll scoop it, eat it, and put it back in where I got it.
Yeah, it
I was
seems-
trying to like just sneak a bite while no one's looking.
So it seems to refill once you kind of taken the bite. If you leave the spoon out for a couple of like a minute or so, the bowl just seems to evaporate. There's nothing left in it. When you put the spoon back in the bowl, it fills back up.
You don't have to walk around a bowl full of porridge.
No, that's a red herring. I'm gonna take the whole bowl.
All right.
No, it is. Yeah, take both parts, but take the spoons out of the bowl so you're not walking around with bowls of porridge.
She's like,
Oh, no,
I
no, no,
think
no,
I'm
this
gonna
will
walk
be
around
important.
with bowls of porridge.
This is an alchemy jar, Junior.
Anyway, Benson, go get the ink and see if you can leave with it. The one was different. You need it to write your magic book.
Okay, I guess I.
It
didn't
requires
get that.
special
Which
ink. You missed the note.
So, if you inspect the jars of ink, Benson, you would note that the larger vial in each of them appears to be a very simple magic enchantment that creates mundane ink indefinitely. So, each one of those 5 seems to be an unending source of ink. The 5 jars that are in each of them appear to be about 100 gold pieces worth of the special inks required for the creation of spells. So if you take all 5 of them from each of the desks, 5 times 5 is 25, 2,500 gold pieces worth of spell inks.
Yeah,
or the
I
ability
would
to copy
definitely
5
take-
new spells to your spell book.
Let's
I would
go.
definitely
Take that.
All right.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Scoop those up, take all your lights and stuff, and then you're heading back to Puzzle Town.
No, I want to check out this little spot over here if there's anything going on.
Broken
I
rocks.
just
It looks
made
like,
a
bunch
major
of rocks
score bit.
descended down. Looks like there might have been a passageway beside. You're pretty sure you saw that it might have been an alcove that you could see the other side of, the entryway of, on the other side, if you were willing to swim out to it.
Where did you go?
South by the door. If we
Is there
go
another
back
door?
to the triangle. No, the
Rock,
original door.
Rock's good at
Oh, I'm sorry.
There was the
Rock's
passage down.
Come along, Grok.
Yeah. If
Grok's
we
good at
wanna-
swimming, but Grok knows there's something inside of the water.
Right, but if Grok carries the gold tube, he should be safe.
Hmm.
He can check
But then
this
we
thing.
wouldn't.
Well, as long as we stay away from the water.
So that's a broken off barrier, like a passageway that seems to have come down. And the presumption is that the other side of it, the water is kind of blocking passage to. So, do you want to swim out to it, or are you gonna hold off?
Who are you asking?
You as a whole.
Anybody. I would like to know what's on the other side if it's going to be important.
Okay. While you think about that, I'm gonna go ahead and answer a question that Zach had asked. You wanted to see the black chamber again, right?
Yeah, if I could.
Should be on the
I
map.
couldn't
now.
remember if that was the. I just wanted to get the shape of it.
Sure.
That's another octagon.
You want to see the gold chamber?
Was the gold chamber not an octagon?
Gold's in the nodes.
Gold is in the notes.
So the gold octagon is equilateral. The black one is not.
I don't see how you're getting an octagon.
Well, which one?
It's 6-sided. There's
Where?
4. There's 3, 4, 5, and 6-sided.
So, the gold one has more than 8. Or
No, it has 8.
sorry,
It has 8.
No, I apologize. It doesn't have more than 8. I apologize. You're right. It does have 8. I get you. I'm not going to try and
The
help.
black one does too. The black has 4 that are in pairs.
I'm not trying to help. It's what I did last time. And it didn't help.
Just let them die, dude.
That's it. That's the one.
How bad does this cave in look on this window thing?
Pretty bad.
Like, Grok, if you feel like swimming, grab the gold tube and see what's on the other side of this. The rest of us are going to wait all the way back here by this door, though. Well, you'd be the only one protected with the gold light.
Yeah,
Take it
assuming
down,
that that's gonna do the trick.
That's the same ink. We've seen it flowing through the pipes.
Okay, Grok will do that.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make me a. You are swimming, granted, in the liquid. I would like for you to make an athletics check, though. And I know you have a swim speed. I get that, but I'm still making you have the. Check.
Also hold my breath.
Also true. Yeah.
15.
Okay.
And a
So with the 15, you're able to keep the gold substance over the water without letting it submerge and still swim in that regard. So it doesn't seem that it dips at all into the water. Once you get over to the kind of alcove, you'll note that it appears to be kind of like a den. Seems to have been kind of shaped into kind of like a small den. And it does look like there is a treasure chest that has been kind of scratched up and kind of torn apart placed in the kind of center of the den. Looks like it's also been bitten on and chewed on by something very massive.
Okay. Do I see any signs of that?
It looks like whatever it was in here at some point, because it definitely has been moving around, but it doesn't seem to be present right now. Excuse me.
And the chest is open or just
Closed.
scratched up.
Yeah, scratch doesn't look like whatever was trying to get in it could.
Yeah, so let's does it look anything like the other chests that attacked me before?
No. Well, yeah, I guess it does, but it looks more like the chests that weren't mimics. In that it doesn't look like it's a mimic.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna try to open it up.
It's locked. Do you have these tools?
No, I have strength.
Yeah, go ahead and give it a try.
I don't have these tools.
You're just using your bare hands?
These are my bare hands.
Well, turtle
So
hands.
athletics?
Sure.
Athletics? 26.
It's more like a 20 because you have disadvantage. Nope, nothing. Does not seem to break open, allow for entry in any way, shape, or form.
Can I drag it?
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. It might cause you some issues while you're swimming, but it's definitely movable.
Yeah. Let's try to do that.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an athletics check for the swim.
Can we see him through the hole or through the wall?
No,
Or is it too
So-
covered?
two cover.
Just to be clear, if it seems like I'm going to not be able to hold the vial above the water like I did coming in, I would let go of the chest. Make sense?
No, I understand, but yeah, it's definitely going to be a situation here. So, go ahead.
I rolled the 13.
Okay. So even with the 13, and you trying to do that, because of what you said, you release the chest. It sounds like it submerges beneath the ink layer, so it's no longer visible. And you dip your hand down into the water, and the second it hits the water in the ink area, you see that the gold liquid starts to drain out of it. You manage to get it back up, but it seems to be emitting less light than it was before.
Mm-hmm.
And you start to hear in the water.
Yeah, I'm gonna book it.
Then you hear a loud sound underneath the water, and then you hear thunk 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 as something is moved away from you as you swim fast and far away. You're pretty sure you felt something brush against your leg for a second there, and you have the gold substance and you're looking at it. It looks like there's maybe a quarter of the liquid left now, and you're kind of hoofing it back over to the group. They see you coming, but not as brightly as before, and empty-handed and slightly less liquid.
So I would just explain what I encountered.
Whatever it was that brushed against your leg was massive. It was not humanoid sized. And quick note, Chody, I think you were stepped away for a second. Could you hear us or no?
I couldn't. I went to the restroom.
Okay. So he went swimming with the gold substance at the behest of Jeremy, and apparently when it
Got
touched
that part.
when it touched the black liquid, it caused the gold substance to bleed out of the jar, and it's now only a quarter filled instead of fully filled.
Oh, neat.
What was the object he was trying to drag back?
A treasure
Treasure
chest.
chest.
Oh,
It is now submerged beneath the ink layer.
you win
Yeah,
some, you
we're not
lose some.
getting that.
All right. Just let me know what you're
Yeah,
doing.
let's go back to the statues and hang out and see if we can figure out the puzzle.
Okay.
We need to refill this gold tube.
Probably.
Can we go back to the gold room and put that back in the thing and see what happens?
Do you want it?
Do
Yeah,
we
let's
have time?
see if we can refill it. I don't. Are we
I
on
thought
it?
that's what he said the
Okay.
things were for, were to fill them.
You walk back to the gold chamber. As you're walking with this limited amount of golden light, you notice that on the burgeoning edges of it, you can hear the sounds of liquid kind of splashing out, and everyone can see maybe 20, maybe 30, you're not sure, forms kind of circling around you like flies to a light in the darkness. And
Uh-oh.
they seem to be kind of hanging out around the edges of it. Every so often, as you look into the shadows, you can see like pearly white teeth kind of bearing in solid black faces.
I'd pull out my short bow and fire arrows at them if possible.
Okay. Is your bow magical?
It is not. This is mostly just a test to see if they are
You
solid.
watch
or
the
not.
arrows disappear into the darkness. You're not sure if you hit anything or not.
Could I cast Shillelagh on his? No, I can't. I guess not on a bow. Never mind.
All right. Benson, do you move quickly to the bowl and try your theory out?
Yes.
The second it hits in, you can hear kind of a burbling sound.
TBK.
That seems to be kind of burbling from the steel plates around it. And you hear, and then you watch as the gold fluid fills up to the top. It emits the same light
Cool.
as it did when you found it the first time.
Thank God it didn't go the other way.
Right? I had a fireball ready. It was cool.
All right, so let's look at the room real quick. It's got 8 pillars, 4 gray pads. The lines in between pillars do not connect in straight line.
Correct. So the center statue, I think, had a shape similar to this that also had all of the shapes
Yes.
sort of concentric within it.
Yes. Yes.
You have it in your handout if you ever want to look at it. It is in
Oh,
Called the
thank you.
Green Chamber.
locations under Bray Mausoleum, and it should be listed as the Green Chamber. I'll go ahead and put it up again, though.
Thank you.
If you look at
Oh, it's
number-
inside all of them.
if you look at the number of pillars, they change on each one around the bowl. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pillars. If you look at one of the other rooms, the blue room, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like possibly 6, but it was broken. One was broken, it looks. So possibly 6. So that could be something. The
But
number of
8 does
pillars might have-
8 pillars doesn't correspond to the shapes.
Yeah.
What about
It's the inlay
purple?
between
What
them.
about the purple?
There's no purple.
There's
No,
no purple. You talking about the black?
That is a
Whatever.
solid panel on the ground that appears
Oh.
to have kind of a sound to it if you tap on it. Metal, kind of like, it's almost like I'm trying to think of a word. I bet you, Jeremy.
Those are the reservoirs of all the fluids.
Reservoir.
Right. Is
yeah.
there? Are there the same number of those in each of the rooms?
So far, you've seen a couple or 2 or 4. I mean, there've been a couple of them at least.
But have there been? I guess what I'm saying is that the thing that corresponds to the shapes,
I
to
don't
the
know.
numbers for the?
I'm not answering
Like
your
this-
dumb question.
Well, I'm asking the group. This has 4. Does that correspond to the square?
The blue room does not display any of those such panels.
Which room doesn't display it? I'm sorry.
Blue, hexagon.
Blue. If you look in the SDK image notes, it will show at least 2 of the rooms.
Okay.
It has gold and blue that it shows.
The octagon is not one of the statues,
Right.
but we have seen a hexagon, we have seen a square, we have seen a triangle. Do we see a pentagon?
Could the octagon
Yeah.
be the chest?
Pentagon was
maybe?
green.
Okay, just name a room, and I'll move you to it if you want. That's perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. If you want to explore it visually. Obviously, you're wasting some time here, but now that you have the gold substance, there's really nothing I got that can molest you. So, what room would you like to go to?
Show us green just to be
Okay.
just to confirm. Okay, green is pentagon, and there are no reservoirs by the look of it.
That you can see.
I don't. Okay.
So green is on the right, far right.
Yes.
Okay.
Just trying to figure out the order that we need to put these in.
I don't think
The only
order
one that throws me off-
inserted matters. I think it just matters that they go into the right slots.
Yeah, then we have it then. We
The
just
black
put
one worries me because there's not an octagon slot.
maybe the
And
black
the
one.
center one contains all of the shapes inside of it. So I'm not sure if we need to combine the liquids into the center one.
If you
Maybe the
octagon
black one is the
also
false
not- Yeah, the octagon's not like a real shape either. It has 4 sets of 2. It's not actually an octagon.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, throw us back in there,
Okay.
please.
Gold or black?
Black.
Black.
So there's 4 sets of 2 pillars.
There's lines between all of them.
Yeah, it has the inlay. Even still.
Right, but these aren't set up on the same pattern that the other ones are. So the distance on the sides is greater than the diagonal distance. So yes, it has
Yeah,
8 sides, but it's not
but-
an equilateral the way they're drawn on the statues.
If you go in and look at the actual middle circle, though, on that picture,
Mhm.
it looks more like the actual inlay, though. No, it doesn't. Never mind.
Now, the area around the bowl has been identical on all of them. Different patterning of the tiling, but they're all that same 8-pointed star. Or
Let's start putting
2 squares.
vials in statues.
Yeah, I feel like we're overcomplicating this. I think we just vials into corresponding.
All right, let me move you back to the green
Let's get
chamber.
killed.
If you die, you die, right?
So, you have
guys
all 6
have
of
ideas.
the substances.
Hand me the gold one. I'll cast the light while you guys each take your statue.
Okay. So just make sure I have it right. Raya is currently holding the gold one. If you relinquish it, Benson, are you relinquishing it to him?
Yeah, I will. We're a team.
Okay. And then the blue one was being held by Grok. And apologies. This is something you would have denoted earlier on. If you pull out the blue substance, Grok was submerged. It's completely empty. So you would refill it back in the blue chamber.
Yep.
Yes.
Please.
Sorry, just want to make sure that that's handled.
Good
So
idea.
you've got the black, the blue, the gold, the green, the red, the white. Who has the black?
I do.
Okay. And then Grok has the blue. Raya has the gold. Who has the green? Benson?
I think that was also Grok.
Yeah, that was
Grok.
Grok.
So we refilled that one too.
Okay. Yeah, because it would have emptied out because he went swimming. And then Gondar had the red,
Yes.
and Raya had the white.
Yes.
No,
he's
I
the one-
gave the white to Benson after I
Benson
told him.
has the white. Okay, great. So, tell me what you're doing.
What red was triangle?
I think
Red
I
was square.
Screaming at Leon to get over here and hold one of these things.
All right.
Yeah, I have 2 of them. I'd give one to Leon.
Red was square.
I'll go. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Silver was triangle. Benson. Or white was triangle.
Okay, so real quick, are you putting in the red one?
No, I'm wait. I got it. I'm at the
You're
ready.
Okay.
I'm at the
we're
ready.
not.
So I ready in action to.
Okay.
Nice.
I guess I'm to the point where I'm kind of like I'm on the edge of my seat, so I'm just waiting. If you're putting a vial into a thing, talk to me. If not, talk amongst yourselves. Continue the discussion.
Everyone's standing in front of their dude.
Which one corresponds to blue?
I'll do it.
Which one
Blue
corresponds
is
to blue?
hexagon.
I roll
And-
So
20.
pass that off to Leon.
Okay, and
And we'll do
which
them
one
all
is
at
green?
once.
Which one is green?
Green
Is Pentagon?
was pentagon. Yes.
Okay.
You're in the green room right now, so take a look at that and double check yourself.
It's like a pentagon to me.
Cool.
Got 5 sides.
Yep, that's right. I was just because someone asked what the green one was, I was like, it's right there.
All right, green guy, come
Alright,
stand over
hold
here.
on.
Green guy, come stand over here.
All right.
Okay.
So I do have a question for the rest of you. Do we want to do anything with the black vial at all, or do we just leave it out of the equation?
I think it's a whatchamacallit. It's supposed to be misleading because this is
Black
supposed to, this is some sort of key, right? Yeah, like so it makes sense for them to make a false key just to like throw off people trying to rob them. Like,
Sounds fair.
Leon,
I'll
come
keep
stand
it
over beside Gondar. Yeah.
or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Okay. So you're all standing in front of the things, hanging out, waiting.
Zach, what are you doing?
And then there's the chest also is ready to receive.
I only have a fake
Alright.
key, so I guess I'm.
Well, we
Wait,
don't
the
know which
chest
one.
has a slot.
Black and gold both have 8 points. We don't. Yeah, the chest has a slot too. We don't know which one's the fake.
I think the black one is the wait. John loves Magic the Gathering. Black is the thing.
Like you guys are. Hold on. Let me say one thing. I feel like you guys are referring to the black one as the dud, but we've already found a use for the light one, not the black one. Does that make any sense? Like you're picking up and putting
Yeah.
down.
We
if
don't
you-
want to waste the gold.
If you
We
empty
can-
the
we can
gold,
try
you can't
again.
get out.
We
Yeah.
can try again if we go with black first.
Yeah,
Where-
you're
Smart.
Where is
good.
the holder for the middle one?
chest.
In the chest.
In the chest. Okay.
Zach,
And
you
yeah.
must follow the black one.
Yeah, you're
Alright.
right.
I'll
We
be
dumped
I'll
the
be
gold.
ready at the chest with the black one,
Move
and
over.
Raya's holding the gold safely nearby.
Are we gonna do this?
I hope this is right.
Are we gonna do this in like all at once or in a specific order?
We might as well do it all at once.
Because if you look at the thing, it looks like the square is inside the pentagon, which is inside the triangle, which is inside the six
Well,
side.
Black is all colors mixed.
Here we go. So
I can
Oh,
see
yeah,
a little bit of
no.
saliva coming down John's mouth right now.
No,
So we're ready for that.
I'm just secondarily making sure I'm ready for the trap, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Oh no. Okay, so it's definitely an order thing.
Zach, move shambles.
What were you saying, Steve?
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I apologize.
like, should we do it in the order from like smallest to biggest? Like,
Red's going to be first because it's John's favorite magic color.
Yeah, like square first, then pentagon, then triangle, then six.
Well, you can take it by the statues out in the hallway too.
Make sure you call out your sword name
why
while you
square
do
first?
it. I messed
Because
it
the
up.
square is the smallest one. It's inside of the pentagon, which is inside of the triangle, which is inside of the hexagon.
Okay.
All right, Steve.
Okay.
Tyrannosaurus, go.
Wait, John, can I make an intellect check to see if that's right?
Yeah, if you want to make an intelligence check to try and counter your logic, sure.
Yeah. Is Gondar smarter than Steve? Let's find. Someone give me inspiration.
I will give inspiration.
I'll cast guidance on him.
Do you use your inspiration for that?
If you're going to cast guidance, then we'll do that instead, right?
I'll add a D4 to the 13.
Yeah.
Oh no. So wait. So that's what guidance is. Yeah, I'll give him my inspiration.
And roll your
yes.
guidance roll.
To make it a 27.
Oh, so we had
Nice.
27.
27. Max roll.
Typically, dwarfs focus on structures similar in kind to keeps, castles, fortresses, and redoubts. External first, on inward into the center points of the keep.
Got it.
Okay, reverse
Pulling
of
up
what
that
I
folder
said.
one more time.
Oh.
Thank God.
Reverse of what I said.
Wow.
Good apprehension, everybody.
Holy shit.
Good use of
So
inspiration.
Yeah.
Leon, Benson, Shambles, then Gondar.
Wait.
Or not
Grok.
Shambles, sorry, Grok.
Shambles last.
Yeah.
You're putting the
You sure
hexagon in
Shambles?
first, then the triangle, then the pentagon, and then the square.
Yes.
And then what was the last one?
The black, the chest, I guess.
You slide in the
Yeah,
first
because
one,
that's
and everyone kind of waits in tension as you're doing it, and you hear it click, similarly to when you click the gold one in place and you heard the liquid refill it. However, it sounds like it's the reverse. It sounds like the liquid is being coursed into the statue. Seems like it's empty. You look to everyone else, and whoever was holding the triangle, I believe that would be Benson, reaches up high and kind of slots it in, and it slides into place. You hear it click, and the fluids deplete. Once it's done, you kind of look over to Grok next to you, and he slides his in. Same thing happens. And then you look over to Gondar, and he slides his in. Same thing happens. Shambles, looking down at your liquid. Everyone looks to you. You slide it in. It clicks. You hear the liquid start to deplete. And then you hear a loud clang sound from behind you. As the metal grate drops away, you hear a loud splash of liquid that sounds like oil hitting the ground. And then you hear coming from the hole beneath you.
I didn't catch that.
Roll initiative.
We fucked up.
No!
No. This is how it's supposed to go. We're supposed to destroy the.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Hold on a second.
I don't agree.
I need an adult, aka Minotaur,
Raya, figure out how to
Oh,
turn
right. Hold
that
on 1 second.
gold light into an arrow.
and I need an initiative count.
Give us that track
1
of
second.
goodness.
I got 1,000 things going on at a time here. Bear with me.
Did we fuck it up?
Yeah!
We're so close. We almost got it.
Do you know what you did wrong?
No.
Were we supposed to do black after each one?
Black first.
Doesn't sound like you know what you did wrong.
It's a really cool puzzle, but yeah, I have no idea.
We're not dwarves, man. We don't know.
Quite literally, what do these moon runes read?
Alright, there we go.
Right?
Good.
You okay over there, bud?
Oh yeah, just get ready for some Mortal Kombat punching.
Alright. So, first on the initiative docket would be Grok.
Hold on, I need a Minotaur.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
1 moment.
I feel like we're gonna need him.
Surround the hole and prepare yourself for what comes out.
What is it, dude?
Hope with one big thing and not.
Oh, no.
like
It sounded like about 100 small things.
I want to throw
Oh,
a
no.
fireball down the hole.
God damn it.
I think we got that short rest in. I need those key points.
I thought we were gonna fight
I don't
the,
know
like,
what the hell's gonna happen with my hit
tentacle
point
garbage
maximum.
monster from Star Wars, you know what I mean?
Should have him.
So I did it. I try. Ugh. I need a moment. Just give me a moment. Could you throw a brown bear onto the map?
Oh, you're on your turn. You're turning into a brown bear.
Raging and turning into a brown bear. Yeah.
Jeez.
So what did we do wrong?
Save your rage.
Save the rage. Why?
Because what if it doesn't come up this round?
Okay, I'll turn into a brown bear.
Can't rage while a brown bear, but yeah.
I can't rage while a brown bear. Why not?
Because you can't take special features while you're in bear form. Special features that carry over while you're a person and would stack onto a bear would be fine, but you cannot take actions that are class specific while you're a bear. Do you want to turn into a bear or no?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I want to bear it up.
Again, keep Grok on the board just for initiative counting.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep him right on top of the bear.
And I'll make sure you have line of sight. Bears don't have dark vision, I don't believe.
So I am readying an action to attack whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Bonus action, turn into bear, ready action, attack. That's fine.
Yes, yes. So,
I can't see anything, right?
Sorry, Andy, did you have something else?
no, that's it.
Just trying to move it because we got 30. Kevin, what did you say?
Yeah, sorry.
I want to step a little bit away from the hole.
Wow.
Can I can't ready an action and a bonus action, right? It's like one or the other.
One or the other.
I guess I just ready an action to shoot whatever comes out of the hole.
Shambles.
Yeah, holding action. Well, I'm gonna move around to the other side so we can flank it.
Okay.
And ready an action to chuck some darts at the first thing I see coming out.
Sure. Shambles darty up. Raya.
I'm gonna put the gold light in my belt and then draw my short bow.
Chody.
Want to cast Fireball down the hole.
Okay. It does look like it goes down a distance, so you're just dropping it in? How far do you want it to drop?
I'm going... you said we can't see anything down the hole at all?
It's now pitch black, but it doesn't appear to be magically black. It doesn't
Okay,
look
I'm
like you can
going
see
to-
anything in your line of sight, though.
Did the black canister empty?
It did. All the canisters are still in their holes. Nobody's recovered them yet. But it did sound like the liquid drained, and then the shit happened.
Actually, you know what? I am going to... I can move... It's a full action, right? Move.
Full turn, yeah. We're on initiative. There's no surprise or anything like that. You are acting as normal.
Okay. I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to ready Fireball. As soon as I see something come out of that hole, I'm throwing Fireball at it.
Yeah, okay. All right, on one, the doors to the north and to the east slam shut. I don't know how Gondor...
On one.
Oh, I don't know.
We don't want anything.
I don't know how this works. It's fine.
Oh, Gondor...
Don't want any of these things getting away.
Gondor, you didn't act before then. Sorry, apologies. Not considering the fact that the doors are going to shut, like I just told you they are. What would you like?
I head for the doors. No.
I bet.
My vial out of the dwarf statue, would that be a free action?
Yeah.
Just to like, right, I'll yank it out.
You're holding it in one hand.
I like put it in my pocket or something.
That'll be an action.
Darn. I'm holding it in one hand,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna
Did
actually
you have
move.
a dagger drawn? I don't think you drew one, did you?
Probably not. Get within to the light that Raya has, because that seemed like it was kind of.
Okay.
Oh,
your vial is empty, by the way.
Yeah. I just wanted to get it back, just in case we want to try again if we live. And then, yeah, I will keep. I'll just ready an action to stab anything that gets close.
You don't have a weapon
Like,
drawn, so you
Can I
can't.
pull out a dagger?
You already pulled the item out of the thing. It'd be an action to pull the dagger.
Okay, I draw my dagger.
Fair enough. All right, Chody.
Same thing.
All right, you pull yours out, or you move over and you ready a fireball. And Namlock.
He'll kind of get in front of Raya, seeing that he's got a bow, kind of act like a meat shield for him, and he's got a big. Looks like he's ready to just swing on fools.
Okay, on one, like I said, the door slams shut. It definitely sounds like you're hearing what sounds like people typing on keyboards, but it sounds more like metal on stone beneath you. Like someone's tapping the tips of swords or daggers on stone. Croc, you're up. This is the second round of your however long a wild shape lasts.
I don't know how long it lasts. I will look that up.
It's an hour, I think. It's pretty outrageous.
So I'm going to do the same thing.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Can I talk as a free action?
Yeah.
Just want to suggest everyone to get your vials out. If we pull the vials out, maybe the grate will close because we put them in, and that's what caused it to open. I don't know. I'm hoping.
Yeah, we're still thinking.
Judging by that face.
So
I have bear claws. Can't.
Are you looking down into the hole, waiting for something to come out?
Well, I'm just sort of sensing all around because it seems like it's not just down the hole. If there's sounds that are coming,
Sure.
the clicking sounds are coming from around the room.
Sure. Yeah.
Can I perceive it?
If you kind of peer down into it, though, you see what appear to be somewhere around 100 or so, like slick bodies, kind of moving around like cockroaches on the ground level and slowly peeling off of it and up walls around the area. You're not sure if there's 100 or so. It just looks like there might be.
It would growl.
Just point at them like you're a circus bear. Tell us what's going on. What do you see?
I can't.
All right.
What do you see, Bear Grog? He's just there like...
Kevin.
I don't know. Does it sound like the sound is coming from the bottom and getting higher, or does it still just sound like they're skittering
Yeah, it definitely
like
sounds
there was at the bottom?
It definitely sounds like it's slowly coming up.
Hold on. Do I have a torch on me? I totally do. Can I light a torch and like toss it down so that people who are closer can see it?
You move to the ledge, or are you just throwing it over from where you're at?
I kind of want to stay where I'm at.
Okay, so you have the bow, you kind of hold it in one hand, and I kind of hold it off to the side, and you pull out the torch with the other hand. Using the bow hand, you kind of very quickly strike the thing, taking a whole action to do it. I'll incidentally allow the throw, because whatever, it's fine. It goes tossing in. The bear's looking down. Is Gondar and Namwalk kind of looking down, and Shambles kind of like looking down into it?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out.
You see dozens of bodies moving up. They seem to have kind of like a grayish, kind of blackish, kind of covered chitin armor over their insectoid-like bodies. The front arms of these creatures appear to be long, scything blades that are slamming up into the stone and moving them up very quickly. Shambles, you're looking at the far wall near where the bear's at. It looks like they're coming up in his direction. Bear, you're looking at Shambles' wall. Same thing coming up from his side. Some of them appear to be bigger than the others. There are some that are like the size of a person, and then there are some that are the size of like a halfling. And they're all just skittering on up the way, heading towards you. It looks like at the speed that they're moving, they'll be here at the beginning or at some point during the next round.
Can we use any held actions that we see them?
It was readied actions. They are outside of your range right now. They are about 80 feet in. The torchlight is falling in. You're seeing them at a diagonal angle.
Okay.
So it's not an ideal shot, but you want to, you can.
Oh yeah, I'll take a pot shot if
It'll
I
be a
can
disadvantage.
try to knock one. Sure. 13 to hit.
Hits the armor plating and just bounces off of it. You see it kind of snap its head over its shoulder like this. Its eyes are kind of bright red in the torchlight as it cascades away, and then it just becomes a shadow, and you hear a and it seems to move away from the pack around to the other side.
We have a better idea of their numbers now that we've kind of with the torch.
The ones that you could see at the angles that you're at, because you're kind of all backed away, somewhere around 12 on one side, 12 on the other, so about 24. The bear's closest to it, so he'd be able to see straight down, somewhere around 60 to 70 of them.
Yeah, we can't fight this. We need to close the grate or something.
There would be one massive form in the center that's slowly kind of moving on its own as well.
We can't fight this. It's impossible.
The only way is to fight them as they're coming up. That's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna use the remnants of my turn to use a free action to talk and say, get them off the walls before they get up.
Shambles, you're up.
You weren't moving at all, Leon?
Nope.
Okay.
I can
no,
shoot them on both corners from here if they come up.
Don't want to fight them. Grab the bottles and let's just go.
The doors are closed.
You have a
Open them.
riot.
We can pick the lock because they're locks, right? They're not like heavy, like
No, they're
portals.
just latched. There's no way to open them from the side, except I know exactly how the doors work. I can open them from the side.
When I was able to glance one, looking down into the hole, did they look like the creatures that we saw that were avoiding the gold light?
Not at all. This is what it looks like face. I posted it in the Discord. That's what it looked like in its face.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, it looks nice.
And
Smiling.
Find a better picture of the whole body.
I'm happy.
It's a happy point.
It's like a fish raptor.
Yeah,
I wanna go-
I'll
I
take
wanna-
the. I'm gonna take the dash action, and well,
That's
if I take the
whole boy.
dash action, can I grab the? Can I grab any vials on the way?
Yeah, you can interact with one if you want. And the bigger ones look like they have meteor plating, so they look like this. And some of them look like this.
Like Tyranids or something.
We out. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout across the hole at Raya to get those doors open,
Where's this?
and I'm going to dash and grab any one of the vials and get
Okay.
towards Benson.
Rock would run to Benson and get down low for him to climb on. Want to ride a bear?
I'm gonna have a mount.
The big one that you saw bear, it looks like this, except it's not ripping a guy in half.
Okay.
Not yet.
It's probably somewhere the size of like a giant.
That looks like my character.
All right.
It does. It's just a drawing of Jody.
There's like half of him.
This is mean.
That's so gross.
Fair enough.
This is just bullying.
Hey, Choke, guess what this game's gonna be like?
It's gonna be great for you, buddy. Okay, so yeah, that's what they look like, basically. So Raya, it looks like the two ones on the southern side have been removed, right? Because you just grabbed one at random, so probably the closest one to you.
Sure.
And Gondar has one, Shambles has one, and that's it. Oh, Benson, no, just those two. Benson didn't say he grabbed one. Okay, so what do you want to do, Raya?
I'm gonna bonus action dash to the door and crack it open.
Okay. Yeah, not hard. Not hard at all. All right. Gondar.
Dash to the door. Get me out of here. And
We're
my
gonna get left behind.
guy too.
Okay.
Is there any way I can like help him with this?
No.
But no, I dash. Doesn't matter.
He's able to open the door just fine. Not a problem. Chody, you are moving towards the door?
Oh, I'm riding a bear.
Oh, okay.
Towards the door.
And Namwalk is moving towards the door?
You should have brought your elk.
Is that right? Namwalk's moving towards the
Minotaur
door?
man.
Yeah, he's coming. While dashing out the door.
On initiative 1, the Krethix will make it to the top. Bear with me here. As I start
No, the bear's with us.
dropping a shit ton of them onto the board.
Is Leon still down to the south?
Yes, he is.
No, he did.
Oh.
Yeah.
He tossed his torch and then everybody started running away. So he hasn't acted since then. These appear to be the small ones, Leon. If you want to take a shot, you can.
Are they looking at me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
You're kind of away from everybody else, Leon.
Yeah, that's what I said. You guys are all leaving.
So, John, now that I see them, does my fireball go off?
No, because you haven't readied that again since a while. You just boarded a bear. That's totally a different action.
Well, I'm not shooting them in hopes that they'll leave me alone. I know that's not gonna happen.
Oh, we fucked this up so bad.
I don't even know how we messed it
Alright.
up. We did
I think
everything
the
right.
gold was supposed to go last instead of the black. The gold was the 8-pointed star that was in the middle of all the shapes.
Yeah, probably.
Sounds like a smart boy.
Damn it, Kevin.
Yo, you didn't have to take my word.
No, I was wrong
First,
too.
you sounded so smart, though.
You shot?
Well, it was a good idea for a
Shambles?
try at a second attempt.
You readied again on your other action and you're throwing again, is that right or no? You know, you didn't.
No, I
you moved away.
took
You
the
dashed.
dash action and got to Benson.
Okay. And you picked out a torch and threw it, so you're not ready for a bow shot anyway. So no readied actions were readied at this point. Okay. So they are operating on initiative 1, and that would be the Krethix hive's entirety of its turn. So everything will be operating at that same point. That said, Grok, you're up. The door is opened if you wish to.
Out the door with Benson.
Kevin.
Disengage dash.
I'd have to dash, but that like 40 gets me here.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Should have brought that elk. All right.
I might just be dead. If I'm dashing, I get another 20.
There are still the black
Griffith speaks
substance
20?
container and the 2 northern containers are still in place. So they have not been removed. The 2 containers that you took would be the 2 southern containers. Gondar and Shambles have each of those containers. Just a note.
Try to grab some containers and get behind me.
Do what you want. Shambles is after Kevin.
Yeah, that's it. That's all my movement, dashing.
So we're not getting any more containers.
Hell no!
Alright.
Just move to intercept and get him out the door. Benson, dismount, ready fireball. Gondar, you with me, ready to action to close the doors as soon as the last person's through. Once these things go so long without food, they're going to go back into their hole, and we can come back and get the containers later. Even
They're
if
going
it's
to go look for food somewhere else.
No, because they're going to be sealed in here. They can't get out. Even if it's months later, we'll just come back eventually.
You can close that door again?
Yeah, it closes from the other side. It's harder to open on the side we're on. As soon as we go over, we can just pull it closed. They can't get out.
I don't feel like that's accurate.
We'll see how it goes.
That is-
Shambles. What you
We'll
doing,
see how
buddy?
it goes.
I feel like I gotta slow him down.
Do what you got to do, baby. I hear kung fu though. That's what I'm hearing.
How many more vials are
3.
in place? 3 still?
You got 1 in your hand.
Fuck it. Leon, run. I'm gonna try to just slap him out of place, knock him down.
Okay.
If I can reach any of them.
So just so you understand, the first 4 that are on the south and north openings have crawled up onto the ledge. The ones behind them are literally within striking distance, but are still on the ledge coming up.
No, I'm going around. I have 40 movement.
No. I get you. I'm just explaining what they're like, what their positioning is. What are you saying
Okay.
about knocking them?
No. I'm talking about the vials. I'm just trying to knock them out of the place, hoping to get that grate closed again.
Oh, if you
If I could-
if you want to take your action to try and jostle them, I'll allow you to grab all 3 if you want.
Sure.
If you're using your action to do it. Yeah, pulling them all out does nothing to the grate.
Cool. Whew. Well, hopefully they go for me and not Leon.
Let's see.
I'll yell something offensive to
You fucking
lights.
fuck. Y'all, your face is so cute though. Raya, you move through with the bear.
I move through, ready my action to close the door. Tell Benson to ready his action to cast fireball. If these things get close.
Yeah, Benson's out, so he'd only be able to target stuff through the doorway, not in the room anymore. Okay, let me do something real quick. All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and shift Benson and Grok map-wise into the green chamber, unless they decide to move in on their future initiatives. Not the green chamber, the black chamber, sorry. And Andy.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I was, I'm sorry. I was forgetting what's who. That's my, okay.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
I'm going to go ahead and delete them off of this map. So they're not visible on it. And I will get rid of Grok as well. Your initiative did fall off of the chart, though, as a note. So you'll be operating on your initiative. Just remember when it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so Raya, you are up.
Same. I'm ready my action to hold the door.
Yeah. And then,
Grok,
sorry.
I would tell Grok to revert because we need him to have thumbs, and he can take the gold tube off my belt for the light.
That's fine.
Gondar?
I might need to go back in to save Shambles.
Doors open.
Shambles will be fine.
Door is open, yeah.
Maybe.
I just tell my man, fall, like, let's get out of here. And
You two did.
yeah,
you did.
out of here.
I'll remove you from the initiative board because you're not important for now. 6 is actually Chody. You're readying your fireball at this point, right?
Yes.
On initiative 1. They crawl along the walls and seem to attack you from multi-vector positions as they swarm you. The ones behind you are actually now climbing on the wall and attacking you like upwards from their positions. The same holds true for Leon. The ones that get close to the pillars kind of run along them and kind of attack you from the pillar surfaces, but locking you inside of a massive wreath of scything talons. They'll all be making attacks this turn. And I'll bring my adults up next as well. First things first, let's go ahead and deal with these baby boys. Young Krothiks. Pack tactics. Advantage on attack rolls against targets who are within 5 feet of a Krothic ally. And that's a total of 8 attacks per dude. Alright. Here come a bunch of rolls. First against Shambles.
17 to hit.
Alright, so I've got advantage, as I stated. So just take these numbers. These are just going to be the damage that gets through. So you can go ahead and just add these up, and that's your total. 7 piercing. And don't forget your traits. 10 piercing. 6 piercing. 4 piercing. 4 piercing. And 7 piercing. Again, reducing them by 3 for each hit. It looks like all but 2 were able to land their blows. Against Leon.
Minus 20.
A lot luckier. We got 4 piercing, 4 piercing, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a lot of 6s, man.
Welcome
Get
to
out.
my world, ass.
Yeah, it was pretty shitty.
Survive.
But you are surrounded, so movement is an impossibility at this juncture. And the
Can't
ones,
you move?
the
Can't
one,
you move through enemy spaces with disengage?
no, you can move out of threatened spaces with disengage. So the ones with the red backgrounds that I'm putting down right now, Those are adults. They are larger. In
Those
size.
are allies.
But yeah.
Those are good boys.
Yeah,
Um,
the friendly ones.
bear with me here for a second. Oh, that's stupid. Hold on. What the fuck? Oh wow, that is real dumb. Roll 20.
They're allergic to hay.
Roll 20 is being difficult. It's not giving me the stats for them.
Just roll zeros.
There it is. There will be a total of 8 of these coming up to the surface and surrounding in a similar environment. But yeah, that said, who's next on the initiative docket? I can't see it right now. I'm doing this other
What
one.
number are we on?
Top.
That was 1, so whoever's top.
Grok is 21.
Okay.
So did you say that Leon and Shambles are unable to disengage from where they?
You have no idea.
Yep.
We're dead, dude. We are very much in the hole.
Just take the gold light
Shut
from
the
my
door.
belt and be ready to take point.
So could I walk back? Could I go back through the hole? Go back through the doorway?
It'll take you all of your movement to do it, but yeah.
It'll
Take
take all
the
of my.
gold light from my belt and
Yes,
take point.
and that's what you mean by taking point.
No, to leave, to get out. So I'm
You're
going
just-
to close this door.
You're gonna close the door.
Eventually, yes.
You don't want me to try to save them?
No, if you go in there, I will just lock you in with them.
We are 100% dead, man. Like, there's no way.
Just take the gold light from my belt and please be first out.
Let us die alone.
The only person who could maybe save us is if we got, like, a questionable fireball and we saved the
I
deck saves.
still have plans. Just
Okay,
take the light.
that's fine. That's fine. So I'll take the gold light.
Oh my god, there's just more fucking
This
tokens.
is ridiculous.
Question, Andy, you still have that, the fireball beads thing, right? Can you pass that off to Raya?
I will. I'll give the necklace with 4 beads left to Raya. Good call.
Oh my god.
All
I'd
right.
rather burn than be ripped.
So Ryan,
I don't.
you're at the door. Someone hands you is handing you. It's your item interaction to take them, if you want to. It is your turn,
Vincent
or it's not your turn.
would
Sorry.
tell Raya.
There should be more people before me still.
Yeah. Looks like we got me a.
I think it was Gondar Leon Shambles.
Yeah. Gondar is actually on 8, so it's gonna go to Leon.
Well, so you're telling me I can't run away?
No, Leon, I'm yelling at you if you can hear me over the blade hands. Ready yourself to run if possible.
Okay.
You
Dodge,
can
Leon,
you
dodge.
can try and fight your way through and kill one and then break out, but you are not going to be able to disengage over the creature. They are small. If you have acrobatics
So-
trained, I could let you try and hurdle over one, but that'll be your action to do it.
Yeah.
You'll be taking.
Would that let me disengage, or am I taking opportunity hits? Yes, yep.
Unless you can take a disengage as or as a bonus action, you're gonna get hit.
Hmm.
This is a damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Take the
Raya's
hit and run. Take the
recommendation,
hit and run.
It's 7 hits, or 8, or possibly 11.
It's
My
8.
recommendation is ready yourself to disengage and run,
Kevin,
or
Die.
just delay your turn.
die cool with me.
Die cool. I mean,
Fight.
Delay.
it's
That's
either
so- that is so James Dean, Zach.
So I acrobatics and probably die. I dodge and probably die, or I disengage and ready to run and probably die.
No, you delay, and then you get to make the decision on a new initiative.
Yeah, that's accurate.
So I would dodge here.
You would delay here.
Oh, I see what you mean. Delay, and then you'll take your turn.
Essentially-
Hold your entire turn. As things change, jump in and make a decision.
Yeah, you're trying to go after whatever Jeremy's scheming.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
That sounds like a good idea.
Shambles.
I'll delay.
All right. Ryan.
I'm going to take
Close the door.
item and ready myself to
Got him.
throw a fire pellet.
Over laughing and talking, I can't hear Jeremy for the life of me. Please say again.
I'm taking the fire items. I'm readying myself to throw my item behind Shambles to try to clear him a path, and telling Benson to step back up just far enough that he can see to knock out any one of these three that will let Leon run.
Okay. So you're readying for when Benson steps up for the fireball trick?
Yeah, we'll throw the fireballs at the same time.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and drop a template for you so you can kind of try and plan that out while you're waiting. But next up on the initiative docket, I believe, is Benson. So, or Gondar, rather. Gondar, you have anything you want to do?
No, I'll essentially just
If you want
stay.
to hold the door, you can take my spot as the
Yeah,
door
like if you're scheming, I'll take your place.
Jeremy,
Be ready
can
to
you
close
move
the
that?
door.
Yep.
All
Can I
right.
move it?
Getting awful
Right
close.
Okay. And let's see.
Actually, Benson, throw yours on the exact same spot.
Chody, are you moving into the room as well?
You can see it.
Yeah, I would definitely be ready. I would not let him close the door, honestly.
He doesn't. He
I would
shouldn't
let
have to cross.
Shambles go down.
He should not have to cross the threshold of the door to be able to throw it where I am. He should be able to stand right behind me and do it.
No, angling.
This is some big brain fireballs.
Hold on.
I can't see anything, John.
Yeah, you can center point it. All out.
So I thought.
I'm putting you back on the board. It's okay. Hold on.
Oh, you don't have to because he's not.
I'm putting him right
he's
behind you,
inconsequential.
just so he's back in the
Okay.
board. That's fine. I mean, the success of this effect might change your plans. I don't know.
I think it's still just to run, but hopefully with these two.
All right. Okay, so Benson steps up. The trigger for you, Raya, was after he cast his spell. So, Benson, are you casting Fireball
I'll
at that
throw balls
location?
right behind these little whiz.
Yeah, I would do the. I would.
One,
do the
two,
best I can
three,
with that.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them are covered, and it looks like 4, 5, 6 of them are adults, and only.
Could I push mine back just a little bit farther to get the other ones as well, or am I not
Move it how
allowed?
you move it how you like.
If you move it, you'll probably end up on one of the two. Unless you go like
I
long.
can't see the whole thing.
Well, then you probably want to put it where you can see.
Yeah, that's kind of where I had mine because you were.
Yeah, we'll go where we'll go where his was.
If you want to throw it at a place that might have a person in it, I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm.
No, we'll be sure we'll throw it where his was to be.
Damn my flammability.
Right.
Yes, we can move it and immediately covers the scarecrow with a giant fire.
Go ahead and
That's all I see.
You put it almost dead center on top of shit.
give me the fireball damage, please.
How do I roll that?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Benson. He's the trigger first.
Okay.
Okay.
26.
All right. 1 second. They all seem very nimble and very quick to move and avoid the fireball as it detonates. But you watch as the smaller ones get covered by it. They are basically just eviscerated. Like parts of their bodies are basically melted away, slagged away from the fire. The larger ones seem to kind of duck, and their armors kind of like shrink in, and they seem to kind of take the brunt of the fire. But it does look like they are being damaged by it. Quick note, every square with a dead creature on it is difficult terrain. Alright. And I would have gotten this one too. And it looks like, yeah. Benson, being a pretty keen arcanist, you realize that they all managed to dodge your fire. It's just some couldn't take the brunt of it.
They all dodged it?
They are very quick and reflexive.
Their hands are blades. How are they not dexterous?
Right. You'd have to be. Otherwise, you'd cut yourself all the time.
But they would still take half, though. So.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, you still got some kills.
Yeah, you just think the big daddies
The
didn't
big
die.
daddies did not die.
Have more than 13.
All right, that is on 6. Who's next?
Yeah, fireball.
Okay. Go ahead and just to save me the time, because I know what the DC is for the necklace. Benson, can you just go ahead and click the fireball damage for me?
What level?
It's the third level.
26.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. More than happily all dodge. They do look like they're very well burned, though.
And then the delayed turn should go, because there are windows where you guys can take the disengage action and slip through.
Can operatively try and move, but I don't think any of them can get through without taking opportunity attacks here.
Disengage separates
disengage.
all enemies, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. They won't get far, but they'll at least get out of it.
Sure.
While the flame is going off, can I see down the hole? Are there still more of these coming up?
You're surrounded by these creatures. There's no way you could be able to, but it does look like does sound like there is more movement. Based on the numbers you saw before, there's probably around 40 to 50 coming up the hole.
What initiative number are we on right now?
Well, we're going into the delayed section, and then once we're done with the delayed section, I'll be doing the last Krethik turn and calling it.
Okay.
Just so you have an idea operationally where we are at.
Get out of here, Leah.
All right, let me get rid of the... Sorry, there's a lot of math here. Fireballs and all. Done with that. The fireballs are gone. So delayed actions, you can take your disengage action. Like I said, dead bodies are difficult terrain. You can move between diagonal ones. So for Leon, it looks like your route of exit would be here and then out. And that, again, that'll be 5, 10, 15, 20 for the second diagonal, 25, 30, if that's your base speed.
Hey, John.
It is.
Cut them up to the left 1, and then up to the right 1 to skirt around that 1.
You cannot touch this square.
It's a
You can't slip
pillar.
between the pillar and the guy?
He has to go the right
More than
way.
half the tiles?
It has to be this diagonal. Yeah, you can't share the same space as the tile with the pillar in it.
Is he acrobatic to like flip over that one enough?
I mean, I'm just making
That was
it,
an option before.
I'm making it simple and just trying to get it over with because it's after 7. So here, and then up to this one. It's the most you can get.
Yep, and I'd have to be disengaging, right?
Correct, as an action.
Fucking here we are.
But your back will be to the wall, so it does look like they won't be able to get the full envelop. However, they'll still be able to block you from movement if they can get you encircled again. And then
Well,
shambles.
they will.
Yeah, disengage.
It looks like
10.
your best path of entry will be 5, 10, 15, 20 for the second diagonal.
Should be right behind
25, 30. 35, 40, right? Yeah, you should be able to get right behind Leon. Your speed's 40?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get right behind Leon.
Okay.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay. On 1, and this will be the last initiative round of the thing, I'm just going to quickly roll my creatures around and make some attacks.
Oh god.
The larger creatures seem to be kind of moving and bullying past their allies. In this process, the one directly south of you, Shambles, is pushed out of the way. Because it's being moved away from you, you can take an opportunity attack against it if you wish.
Yeah, sure.
Hit it, dude. We might not get another
I'm just gonna
chance.
kick him because my hands are full of jars. 10.
That'll miss.
Oh, it's so fun.
Alright.
Oh my god, you got all the big ones.
Okay.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I was made to die.
I am going to attack a bunch. Bear with me here. So, 4 of them, of the large ones, are going to attack on Shambles. They attack twice per turn.
Vince and I are just gonna back out of here and close the door. We don't want to watch
And-
this.
At least burn us.
They have advantage on the attacks because they are attacking impact
Right.
tactics. So that's a total of 8 attacks.
17's the AC.
Alright, go ahead and take this damage. Again, taking the subtraction off the top.
All piercing?
All of it's piercing, yep. 6. 12, 5, 8, 8, 8. Are you still standing?
Is this me or Shambles?
Shambles.
Barely.
Okay. And then I have one little one against you. Yeah. Ooh. That's going to be a crit.
Good for him.
That's going to be a total of 12 points of damage. So subtract 3, 9. Are you still standing?
I am down.
Okay. Leon, the 3 or the 2 in front of you are going to attack you. Miss. And does a 15 hit?
It's my AC, so yeah.
4 points of piercing damage. All right. I still
Man,
got to
that
move
sucks.
these 2 here, and that is the end of the 3rd round of the triggering. We will begin next time. I'm going to add a couple of tokens here just to make sure we've got people on the board, so we keep the same initiative. I don't forget it over the course, so that we can pick up right where we left off. That said, does anybody have any questions for me before? Well, actually, let me kill the stream, and we'll ask outside. Thanks for watching, and come back next week to watch the slaughter continue. I'll stop the streaming. Thanks for watching.